Money trees whisper, roots in the gutter. From the block where the rain don't shudder. Brick walls talk, they know my stutter. Every crack's a scar from a brother's mutter. Hands stained green, never touch a rose. Chasing gold till the story unfolds. Past so cold where the frost still grows. Feet on fire, but the soul's on froze. Grind till dawn, till the world go numb. Heartbeats pound like a war drum. Stack that bread till the crumbs won't come. Grind till dawn, no rest, just run. Shadowboxing ghosts of a younger me. Vision blurred, but the hustle's HD. Chain so heavy, pull the ties from the sea. But the weight of regret still crushing me. Clock hands tick like a bomb in the room. Every second wasted is a trip to the tomb. Sweat pours rivers running perfume. No silver spoon, just dark and fumes. Grind till dawn, till the world go numb. Heartbeats pound like a war drum. Stack that bread till the crumbs won't come. Grind till dawn, no rest, just run.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. Hey, how's everybody doing on this Friday? I'm doing great. Irene, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Ian, how you doing? Ian?
I'm good.
There?
Sorry, I was
Okay,
muted. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, man. Our guest tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those shows. Our guest tonight, man, is from Kansas. Oh, shut up. Sunflower State Paranormal Investigator. Hey, we're gonna get to that name in a minute. But hey, how you guys doing today?
We're doing all right.
Good. Now, Sunflower State. Where'd you guys get that name? Because when I reached out from you guys, I thought you guys were from Florida.
So, years ago, it was actually me and a few friends of ours back in high school that we started because a few of our friends like watching Ghost Adventures. I got my start watching Ghost Hunters. But we originally started out as Paranormal Investigative Mobile Patrol Squad, or PIMPs, because that was just kind of how we were back in high school. Yep. Paranormal Investigative Mobile Patrol Squad, or PIMPs.
Okay, that's a pretty long word.
So we kind of disbanded and everything after high school, and kind of wanted to get back into it and everything, and so we talked to a friend, the friend that we started the team with back then, and said something about wanting to start back up. We didn't want to pick up where we left off, so we just kind of do a different name, and we figured since we're here in Kansas, Sunflower, and so since Kansas is the Sunflower State. And that's kind of how it came for us with Sunflower State Paranormal Investigators. So
That's ought to be corn.
Well, you know what? I kind of screwed up because Florida is the Sunshine State, not the
know.
State. Forgive me, guys. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm not saying that it never happened again because it might. Who knows? But anyway, okay. Well, you know what, man? Appreciate you being on the show. I really appreciate it, taking out of your time and your day. But the best thing is introduce yourself. Hey, the first thing first, you got to introduce the kitty behind you. Oh.
So
this one is Brendan.
Yep.
That's a big one.
Well, not as big as a couple of our other ones. We have 4 cats in total.
This one is Puddin'.
And yeah, she's camera shy.
Hey, Puddin'.
And then we have Popeye that's sitting off to the side, and then Dale that's running around here somewhere. So, and he's
at our feet.
He was at our feet. So, but yeah, that's all of our. We have 4 of them in total. We have 2 orange kittens, and then we have our 2 tabby. One's tabby, and the other one's kind of like a tabby Maine Coon. So,
okay.
But
Well,
I'm Gary.
Okay, how you doing?
And I'm
Hi, guys.
What's your name?
Dovey.
Gary and
Dubby?
Debbie.
Yep.
That's an unusual name. Dubby?
I get that a lot.
And then there's Dale.
Hey, Dale, what's up, buddy? Oh, he's chilling. He seemed like he's the most laid back one.
He is. Yes, he is for sure.
I know a laid back cat when I see him. What's up, man? How you doing? But okay, well, great guys. Hey, man, this you guys what kind of have an idea on what this show about. All things spooky, all things paranormal, man. So feel free to sit back, get a beer or a Dr. Pepper or a Coke or some water, and let's have some fun. Quick
Popcorn.
pop. Wow. Quick shout out to everybody on all the social media platforms that are with us tonight. Tonight we're streaming live from Clapper. So all you guys on Clapper, hey, what is going on? All you guys on Kick, Rumble, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. If you guys got any comments or any questions for the team that is just a guest, feel free to leave it in the comments and we will get to them. But hey, dude, the paranormal community up in Kansas, how is it up there? Are you guys vast when it's come to paranormal investigators, or is it one or two every other city?
Seems like it's one or two every other city.
Yeah, one or two every other city. We did have one that was actually a little bit close to us. It was L&M Paranormal, and they're over in Abilene, which is about 20 minutes away from us. But they stepped back and stepped away from the paranormal, so they're not really involved
they're not L&M Paranormal anymore.
Yeah, well, it used to be L&M Paranormal. Now it's Project L&M. They've rebranded themselves and everything. So yeah, a really great group of people.
Okay. Man, feel free.
Topeka.
Go ahead.
But I don't know who they are.
Yeah, they were, L&M was the closest to us, and I think there might be somebody in McPherson or Hutchinson, and then we know of people in Topeka, and Kansas City that we know off the top of our head. So I mean, and they're kind of a distance, so probably about an hour or so away from us.
Yeah, that sounds like a distance, man. Like I say, Kansas is one of those states where everything is far and few.
There's nothing.
It's like nothing. When she's right, there's nothing. Windmills, and that's it.
Don't you have a Masonic temple in Kansas? A Masonic temple?
Yes, the Masonic temple. There's one in Salina. We haven't been to that one yet. I do need to see about reaching out to them and talking to them about getting in there. And then we have access to a location that's about 20 minutes from us over in Abilene called Old Abilene Town. It's a old cowboy kind of old Western style town that's about 20 minutes away from us that we have access to. So
what is the state of the paranormal community in Kansas? Like, we were talking to somebody the other day where it's hard for them to investigate. I forgot what state they were in. I think Arizona. Maybe. And they were getting charged like thousands of dollars to investigate places. Do you guys run into the same thing? Like, is it great, or are you able to find places that just genuinely just want you to come investigate?
There is quite a few places in Kansas. You just kind of have to know where they're at. Like I said, Old Abilene Town, we charge, if you want to come out and do an investigation there, it's $250 for you and for up to 5 people. We have, I don't know if you guys know of Tori Westhoff. She's kind of a popular paranormal investigator, but she's also an author too. She has a place over in Iola, which is about 3 hours away from us. It's Sleeper Mortuary. She charges $600 a night. And then, of course, the well-known city, everybody's heard all about it, is Atchison, that has Sally House and McIntyre Villa. I think Sally House is $250, I think it is. And I can't remember off the top of my head about McIntyre, but like also you have Garnett House that's about 30 minutes away from Iola, and I think that is $200-ish, $300-ish dollars. So I mean, stuff's usually anywhere between $200 to $600. So it's not like too terrible price.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To me, that's expensive.
Oh Lord.
What?
You know what? You mentioned probably the most haunted location in Kansas is the Sally House. How have they managed to? Because last time I talked to somebody, the upkeep of the location had went down, and I think the city had bought the property at one time. What is the upkeep of that location now? Have somebody bought it, or does the city still own it?
As far as I know, I think it's the Pickmans that own it. The one person that you could really talk to about it, her name is Jocelyn. Yeah, Sleeper Mortuary is a good place. We've been to it twice. We've not been to Sally House yet. We do hope to get to it in sometime this year. So, but yeah, I do believe it's the Pickmans that own it, because they just handed some stuff off to Jocelyn for her to, like a book of stuff for her to look over. So,
you know, because the history of that place is very, very, to me, suspect, because you hear so many different things allegedly what happened. You know, Sally, the little girl that's there, she apparently died of her appendix burst or something. Something happened where they were trying to have surgery, or she got sick. Then allegedly her mom is there too, that died in the location. Do you know the actual history of the Sally House and what it's really about?
so, and I'm hoping I don't butcher her name, because that's just kind of how I am. So the one person you can definitely ask, that she has a theory, and of course her theory is kind of ruffled some feathers because it steers away from the whole thing of Sally, is Jocelyn Lichenwalter. I hope I said her name right. I always just call her Jocelyn. She has her own little YouTube show called Haunting Confessions of a Doll Mom. She has all sorts of books and stuff that the Pickmans handed over to her from the Sally House. And like I said, she did 2 episodes on her little series talking about Sally House and her theory and everything. And like I said, a lot of it is ruffled some feathers. So, because I think it steers away from the whole Sally, the little girl, passing away in that house from a medical condition or something like that. So I kind of I've not watched the last episode that she talked about it all on. So my theories are a lot different, because I kind of go based off of what everybody else has said. You know, basically, right. Sally and her appendix and all that stuff. So,
but we've also not been there to get
that too. So we haven't been there yet.
But if it was a long time ago, back then it's totally different now, because back then people died of simple stuff that we don't think about today, right? So it must have been something that really they weren't very equipped to fix the problem, right, back then. So a lot of people died of simple things that we don't even dream of dying for, but they did back then.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of sad how it turned out, but
especially a little girl who didn't get much of a life out of it.
No.
But it happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yep.
happens sometimes. All right, guys. Well, you know what? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Why you decide to venture into a hazardous field that we're all in. Whether we get scrutinized, criticized, whether we get praise, or whether we get love. To me, it all levels itself out. So,
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys think about the paranormal community, and uh, how do you think things have been handled so far?
So me personally, my opinion is a little mixed. So like I said, me and some friends back in high school started our own little paranormal team. We didn't really go anywhere. We just like investigated each other's houses. So that was years ago, almost half a decade or so years ago. But I've had experiences since I was a kid. And the one, and I've got to finish my book on it. I'm trying to write a book called Out of the Mirror, and basically it's kind of my introduction into the paranormal. And it all basically mainly started when I had a figure step out of a full length mirror that was on a
Mm-hmm.
wall. And of course, when I've talked about it, there's some people that say that when the figure smiled at me, it was a big grin from ear to ear, and people compare it to the grinner from Garnett House in Garnett, Kansas. And that's another place that we want to get to at some point. So like I said, we kind of restarted. Well, I restarted, and we had a friend with us, and she kind of stepped back. But we started back in like August of 24. And so we've kind of adapted the whole husband and wife paranormal team. I don't remember seeing a hat on him. I was a teenager when that happened. So I just remember the big grin before he stepped out. So yeah. But yeah, that's kind of my story of coming into the paranormal. So
And then I'm just more paranormal curious.
So yeah.
Okay. And you said you're more paranormal curious, you say?
Yeah.
And why are you a little bit more curious? Why are you not actually involved in it?
I would say I'm involved now, but it started
Mhm.
with, watching the paranormal activities, the ghost hunters,
Mm-hmm.
and all
Okay.
of that
Uh,
piqued curiosity.
Mm.
uh-huh.
And then now I do enjoy investigating. I now have a couple haunted dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Is
Interesting.
that who I see behind you?
No, we don't have any of our dolls out there in a whole separate room. It's just some decoration.
No, the spirits behind you from the doll.
Well, actually, that'd probably be one of them or a couple of them. So
Yeah, he's right behind your head.
Okay. How you doing today? Man, Kansas is one of those places where you kind of in the middle. People say you guys more Midwest, or you guys more Western?
I know we're Midwest. And then of course, like our personal location, we're in Central Kansas. So we're kind of
Kansas.
we're centralized in Kansas. So
Okay, how big is Salina?
Salina is, I think,
It's a couple miles long and a couple of miles wide.
yeah, it's big enough that we have a Sam's Club and a Walmart and Target and Lowe's and
And a very crappy mall.
Okay.
yes.
We're in a very crappy mall. Do you guys focus on the community at all when you guys are out, touching base with your community, you know, just to get to see how they feel and what they think about you guys doing, you know, investigating the paranormal. Because I know some of us gets a lot of thumbs down, some of it gets sideways, and some of us are getting thumbs up on it.
I think it's more for us. I think it's more neutral, thumbs down, because a lot of Salina is like conservative. So
They
they're
don't really bring up the paranormal unless someone points out the sticker on the back.
Yeah, we have a sticker on the back of one of our cars, of our team stuff, and we've gotten a few people that have come over and talked to us about it, and then there's a bunch of people that kind of just look at the sticker and they just kind of like, kind of deal.
But it's a nice conversation starter when you're an Uber driver.
Yes.
What kind of tools do you guys use when you're investigating?
So we've got a wide variety of tools. Obviously we have, your typical K2 meter. We've got a few of them stashed around, cat balls. We just acquired a few months ago the trip rope.
I'll say I bought
and
the trip rope, I think.
Well, no, I'm talking about the one that we got from
That's a tracer.
So we have the trip rope. We just got a DVR camera system, so we have 4 wireless cameras that we can stage around, and it runs back to DVR system wirelessly. That we've used on one investigation so far. Hoping to use it. We'll actually have to take it with us next weekend. We're going to Aurora Brothel in Aurora, Missouri. But yeah, we've got a wide variety of different stuff. REM pods, music boxes, things like that.
So many different REM pods.
Oh yeah, we've got so many.
What's your favorite one? What's your favorite one where you get like the most information out of?
The thing that we have, I believe, the most interaction with is the cat balls.
Cat balls is kind of the go-to. Then we did set up at one when we did at Old Abilene Town there in the schoolhouse. We set up it's an EMF trip rope.
Let's say, and
that it changed colors a couple different times. I think we got up to yellow on it while she was in there by herself. So that's kind of the two that we've gotten the most activity on. So
saying if you go back on that clip, it lit the whole rope up.
Yeah, that one lit the whole rope up. It didn't just light up little sections of it. So
cool.
Yeah, man, I've looked into those things, and I can just imagine it probably cost you an ear and an arm to buy that thing from Ghost Stop.
Do you buy stuff from Ghost Stop, or do you like make your own stuff?
So we've bought a majority of our stuff. A few of the things, like when we acquired like the trip rope and the DVR system and a few other devices, that stuff was actually given to us by L&M when they were stepping away from the paranormal. So they basically just gave us, I think, just about everything they had that was paranormal, like the carrot case and everything.
Right.
So,
cool.
But yeah, we bought stuff. Like I think I bought a couple of things from Ghost Stop, and then we've had some stuff that was made for us by a group that unfortunately we no longer communicate with, and I think they've changed their name to something else now.
They go by Two Souls Paranormal.
Yeah. They hand make a lot of their stuff. So
and they make pretty good equipment.
Yeah, they make. I wish I had all my stuff really available. I'd show you guys, but yeah, we've like two REM devices from them.
And then we got the music pod
and a music box.
I think that's it.
That was like handmade.
Cool.
So.
I think I remember this guy. I think I bought my bong from him. He made me a had to be like 3 or 4, about 3 feet tall REM pod, and it worked. I mean, it's pretty good. I also bought a fire truck from him, and I've yet to see that thing go off. I know other people might have seen it, but me myself, I never personally saw it go off. But yeah, that bomb, I call it the bomb because it looks like one. And
the team
that
that
thing is pretty
made
cool.
our stuff was originally was Forever Investigating Beyond, and then
they still go by that when they're investigating.
Okay, and then like they change. They also have another name of like Two Souls Paranormal or something like that. But they investigate and they make their own equipment. So
yeah, yep, these are the same guys. You guys mentioned that you watched a lot of TV, a lot of paranormal stuff, Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters. How do you guys feel about those TV shows now that they're no longer? Well, one of them is no longer available to watch, but you still get bits and pieces of the show.
I can't really watch Ghost Adventures anymore.
So yeah, Ghost Adventures I can't really watch. Like the newer seasons of Ghost Adventures can't really watch anymore because my opinion is not everything has demons and not everything is demonic and evil. And you don't always have to scream and run and scream demon as you're running down the hallway.
So that show's good entertainment.
Yeah, we feel that's a good entertainment show. The show that I miss watching the most was Ghost Hunters. Ghost Hunters was my favorite show. And of course, so there's like on Roku and stuff, there's like a channel that's like the Ghost Adventures channel. So it's
Dead Files was really good too. Dead Files.
I haven't watched many episodes of them,
and I haven't watched it yet.
So
they're pretty good. I watch them every once in a blue moon.
Yeah,
I know
they actually came to my town. They actually came to see the park about 10 years back to investigate a certain location that's still there to this day. Ooh, pretty creepy, man. Pretty creepy. And what's so crazy about it, people say that the medium, she got busted being fake, but that investigation, she was on the point every single time.
Amy Allen, right?
Yeah, she was on a point every single time.
Yeah.
So when we went back to investigate that location and we had a medium with us, everything that Amy said, that's what she was saying, and they never even seen the TV show. So everything that was so cool about that, and I really enjoyed being out there, even though I wouldn't recommend going out there at night. But it was a really good show.
Yeah. But a lot of people say that person's fake or something stupid. But I think people will say anything just to degrade another person, right?
Oh, I mean, it happens. I mean, that's just the way the world is these days.
I know.
Robert,
I got popcorn. You want some?
Robert said he wants some popcorn now. Guys, tell me a little bit about your vision with your team and where you want to go with it. How far you want to go?
So we're kind of in what I'd say year 2 of our path. I hope to see that we can venture out and go to more locations. Like we want to visit places out east, places down like south, like in Texas. Going out west to Nevada and California and head up places there. So that's kind of where we want to see ourselves going. And eventually I'd love to see about actually owning a haunted location and renting it out to people. I know right now we're just paranormal liaisons for Old Abilene Town. And I mean, that was great, especially since we were still kind of new to the field when we started up, and getting that was an awesome opportunity. And it still is an awesome opportunity. I mean, all we got to do is just send a text message and wait to hear back, and usually go in and, say, hey,
don't we already have a few bookings this year?
We do have a few bookings this year. We'll be going to Old Abilene Town with Jocelyn on August 15th. So we're excited for want to buy your house. It depends on how much.
Her house is Grand Central Station of Spirits. Because I've worked on her house too. I mean, there isn't a day when something goes on in her house. And she's in Michigan.
What are some places on your list to come to in Texas?
I want to say Goatman's Bridge is definitely on the top of our list for there. I think it's the Bolton House.
Minnesota. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Go on. Go on.
I'd have to pull up my list and actually look again. I literally have a list of places like where they're at and everything of where we want to go. And I think it's at least 2 or 3 pages so far.
Wow. There's never
Bridge. I mean,
there's never a dull moment when you're in the paranormal because you got a list about this long, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
This is a mile long, but our finances say no.
Yeah, our list is a mile long, and our finances says we're good enough to go to the edge of the driveway.
Like this, my friend.
Yeah,
I know.
But isn't it always like that?
No.
You want to do this, you want to do that. And dude, that's all you gotta go as far as the driveway. I'm glad
does have a lot of haunted spots too.
Yeah. Wow.
El Paso, there's a few hotels in that downtown area of El Paso that are very active.
Wow. Or you can come across the Pacific Ocean and visit me, and I got lots of haunted places that are free. You don't have to pay any to go there. Maybe at the most you'll pay for about $4 to get in.
Yeah, it seems like that pay to play thing, guys, is getting just a little out of hand. And we've talked about this last week with the guy on the show, and some of these people are just making a ton of money.
I know.
Off their location.
Ridiculous.
And it's totally unbelievable.
I can understand the upkeep. Gas, keep the water running. I can understand that and keep the upkeep. I can understand that for charging for that. But I mean, like charging an arm and a leg just to go and investigate something, that's ridiculous, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think what's the name jumped up to be like $1,200 or something like that, and that you're only going to get that place for like 6 hours.
Yeah, there's I can't remember. There was one place that they wanted like $1,000, and you only get access to the location for like 6 hours or something like that. And I was just like, that's ridiculous.
That's a hard no for me.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's unbelievable.
And they're pocketing the money. They're not using it for anything else but pocketing the money. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not. I don't know. I think when they think about paranormal, moneymaker. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's charge $1,000 or $2,000, and then you get to visit so many hours in a day, and say time's up, you're done. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know for us, Old Abilene Town, the highest package is $250, and that's like 5 people investigate, and you get it as long as you want. Unfortunately, there really isn't any place for you to sleep and whatnot, but like we take a little bit of money from it, but that's basically because we got to drive the 20 minutes there to show you around, and then the remainder of that money goes back to the location itself for upkeep and everything else. So
yeah. It costs money to upkeep a building, right? Especially if it's an old haunted building, because it can get dangerous in the walls or the ceilings or whatever the floors. Yeah, but I mean, I can understand that. That to me is reasonable. But anything beyond that, like
Yeah,
I just
it's getting out of hand, dude. I've seen some places that are really cool to get into. I would
hmm
really love to investigate, but if I gotta pay my rent or my car note,
yeah,
I'd rather pay my
and
rent
gas
or my car note.
gas to get there, and you have to pay for food when you get there, right? You got to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot
jeez,
going on. You know,
I mean,
yeah.
there's like
there's a lot.
I know like Sleeper Mortuary, you pay $600 for the night, and you actually, I mean it was converted. That like the upstairs is converted, and it's actually a residential type space. So you have like bedrooms and showers and stuff that you can use. You have a full kitchen that you can use. So
hmm
your $600, while you're looking at it and going, holy crap, that's like half of my rent, or that's a car payment or something. I mean, it's worth it. Honestly, it's
You get
15,000 square
access to
feet.
the top floor,
Oh yeah.
the middle, and the basement.
Yeah, you get the main floor, the second floor, and the basement. 15,000 square feet combined on all three floors. It's haunted, or there's activity on all three levels. And like I said, you have there's a bedrooms. There's the bathrooms with showers, kitchen. So yeah, it's one of our favorite places to go to. We've been to it twice. So and
But
Tori's.
if you had people that you can collaborate to go with, I can understand that because because you could have each person chip in for that, right? And gas and food and everything else.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
can understand that. Yeah.
We just stayed at Old Park Hotel here in Tech. It's about 3 hours away from us in Ballinger, and it was only 200 a night, and you could bring up to 10 people.
Oh nice.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad. It was pretty active. I think it was active. Terry wasn't impressed, but yeah,
Yeah, like I said, it kind of like I know the people at Old Abilene Town, there's like a little hotel place there on the grounds, and it's kind of been pitched that they're wanting to work on setting up like the rooms on the second floor to possibly
Mhm.
rent out to people, but they've got to do a lot of work to it. Um, I mean, that's the kind of downfall is for us is it's $250 a night, and um, you don't have a whole lot of amenities like some of these other places. Like I mean, I know we brag about Sleeper Mortuary, $600 for up to like 10 people, and you can bring an additional 5 for I think it's like an additional $45 or something like that. On top of that, so but yeah, you get a lot for your money there at Sleeper, and it's amazing.
I mean, and I also feel like you get quite a bit at Old Abilene Town too.
Yeah. Yeah, Old Abilene Town, you get quite a bit of stuff out of it. You've got like 4 or 5, I think like 4 to 6 buildings that you can um, investigate. I know we've got a couple of them that we've yet to investigate.
Because we've investigated the Merchant Hotel, the saloon, the jailhouse, and then the school.
Mhm.
All right. Well, Nancy, Bellinger is in West Texas.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
close
about
to Abilene. Was Abilene the
yeah.
closest big?
No, San Angelo.
Yeah, San Angelo.
Yeah, San Angelo is right up the street from there. Guys, have you guys reached out to the historical society in your town for any possible, getting to any of the locations they own?
Not yet, but that is on my list of stuff to do. I might work on that next week and see. I know there was a museum that I reached out to, and basically they're just like, yeah, we want nothing to do with that. We don't want that at our place. So I know that's one place.
Wow.
I know the Masonic Temple. I need to see about trying to talk to somebody there about setting something up. I know there's one location that it's reasonably cheap. The only downfall is you only get it for a few hours. It's a place called the Brown Grand Theater in Concordia, Kansas, and that's like $200. And you have a member of the Brown Grand that kind of walks with your group and kind of sits back off to the side as you investigate. It's got history and some talks of spirits and everything. Some people have shared their evidence with us. So that's something that we'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we want to venture around and get to more places and see what all we can come up with. So,
Mm-hmm.
Have you investigated a
Interesting.
Masonic temple before?
no, not
Yeah,
yet.
I think it would be hard to get in there. It's like, what if you uncover some secret?
Right?
There's a lot of secrets around those things.
Yeah.
That might be why it's so
You
hard
know,
to contact
Ken-
us as a public investigation.
What about ghost towns? Are there any worse than ghost towns in Kansas that you guys would like to investigate?
I want to say there's a place called Cowtown. It's in Wichita that we want to check out. I know that they, whoever, I think it's the Wichita Paranormal Society. They host events there often. Obviously, like we talk about Old Abilene Town. It's literally an old Western town that has a lot of history to it. Especially talking about Wild Bill Hickok. He was there for a little while. But yeah, there's that, and I want to say
There's like a ghost hunting tour in Manhattan.
Yeah, there's a ghost hunting tour in Manhattan that we're looking into to see about taking it and going around and seeing all the stuff there. So,
yeah,
interesting. I know that. Well, he just mentioned Dodge City. I mean, I'm pretty sure that town. There's a lot of history in that town. That's possibly old saloons that are probably haunted. We can go check out. The Native Americans in Kansas. Have you reached out to them for anything? I know it's far fetched. I just had to throw that out.
I've heard that especially in the parts here in Kansas where there is Native Americans, and I know especially down in Oklahoma that it's kind of difficult unless you kind of have a deep connection or really good connections with people that you can sweet talk into letting you go. I know we've got a few places that we want to check out that I think they are on reservation lands. That we just kind of want to be easy with when we talk to these people and not like too pushy. I know there's some of them that don't like that. So, and then I know when I want to find the right way to ask without coming off as, too needy or something like that,
Yeah, I feel you. Are you guys, it's just you two, right? Do you guys have any members that are with the organization?
Nope. Right now, it's just the two of us. We are the husband and wife paranormal team here. So,
are you guys ever thinking about expanding?
At the moment, no. Maybe down the road, that might be a discussion that we discuss later. But like right now, it's working just fine with us. We have our good dynamic and everything. So.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed
okay. Well,
a third.
Yeah, like I said, we originally when we first started there was 3 of us, but both of us we put in a lot of work into building this up to where it's at, and then the other person that was a part, like I said, she took a big step back. So yeah, I'm the same way. I don't fear as the saying goes, I don't fear the dead, I fear the living. So yeah. I prefer to talk to the dead than the living.
Me too.
So.
Yeah. The living is kind of sneaky, but the dead, it's straightforward, right? They have rules and regulations about themselves, and the living, they don't. So yeah, it's easier to.
See, the thing about the living is they always says that they go by rules and regulations, but they never do.
No, the dead.
They always find them ways of tweaking something. You know what I'm saying? You guys are in the middle of Kansas, man. Are there any the last team I talked to said there wasn't any, but are there any what are those things called? I can't think of it now. Are there any things out there that you guys willing to investigate that you aren't willing to investigate? Because I know there's what is the name of that team? I can't think of the name of him. He's a police officer, and I can't even think of his name. That's crazy. Are there any things like Goatman Bridge up in Kansas? Any urban legends that you guys have? You guys would love to investigate?
There was one, and that kind of fizzled out. I can't think of it, but it was like a giant. And if somebody knows it, they can help me out with it. But it was like a giant snake type creature out in southwestern Kansas that frequented like a pond or a lake of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
That yeah, like, and as far as like a Goatman's Bridge, there is a bridge that we do want to check out, and it's called Thea Rosa's Bridge, and it's in Valley Center, Kansas, which is a little north of Wichita. That I want to get down and check out. Hopefully, maybe we can do that this summer when we have free time to go and do that. No, it wasn't an anaconda. I can't remember. Yeah.
Would it be a shapeshifter, an incubus, something like that?
No. Like, I know they said it was like an urban legend for a while back in I want to say it was like the 40s and 50s, but that kind of like fizzled out back, I think, in like the 60s. I'd have to go and look.
Okay. I think urban legends play a lot. It plays a lot with our minds. And it makes you wonder about a lot of things, about, is this really? Because Goatman Bridge, a lot of my team members has asked me past, oh, let's go to Goatman Bridge. I'm like, what, to get bit up by mosquitoes? Because I don't really see anything special about that bridge. I mean, people have asked me all the time, well, let's go to Goatman Bridge. Okay, first of all, the story doesn't matches up. Why would there be a goat, a man that hurt goats, and he get killed, and he turns himself into a half man, half goat? There's a lot of, over the generations, things have changed. It's just like 100 years from now, the Goatman Bridge might be me. And so we really never know exactly how it really came to be. It's just like all other urban legends. I'm gonna throw one out there, man, like the Jersey Devil, Mothman, and all these other Bigfoot, all these other urban legends.
We have one right here in Central Texas, Dogman.
Dogman. And I've yet to meet the guy personally. I would love to buy him dinner, and hang out with him and see what's going on, but urban legends is one of those things where it's a hit and miss. I think this whole country is a big urban legend, but that's just me. You guys got cats. You got 4. Any of them do anything strange around the house, looking in corners, staring at the walls, seeing things that they shouldn't be seeing?
They like to go into the room that has the dolls. And especially like Brendan and Dale, they're kittens still. So they're pushing their luck to see how far they can go before they get in trouble. I know there's one of the dolls, I can't remember her name, and I know you'll know it, but she has a little basket in her hand.
That would be Ashley.
Ashley. I think it was Brendan one night. He was messing with the basket, and all of a sudden he just like panicked because like something like pushed him, and it pushed him off the counter. Popeye loves spending time with his girls. We've got photos on our Facebook, on our paranormal page, of him hanging out with his ladies. And then like Puddin', she'll go and she's not normally a talkative cat, but she'll actually sit in there and you just hear her meowing and talking to the dolls. Popeye does the same as well. So yeah, the two younger ones, they're still trying to learn everything and understand it, I guess.
Whose idea to collect the haunted dolls?
Hers.
Was it
hers?
Okay, I'm gonna pick on you for a minute. Where did you get the dolls from? Where somebody just happened to say, "Hey, do you collect dolls?" Or how did that come up to be for you?
Well, I had one like specific doll growing up, and we were always like kind of curious about it because my grandfather actually got it from a garage sale. So, like, we never thought anything of it until after I took the doll home with me last summer. And then my dad's calling me, like, he's like, it's not been weird in the house since that doll left. So we've kind of tried to sit down with that one, but we're not getting any communication. I have gotten hits on, and I forgot the name of that device.
On the K2?
Yeah. I have gotten hits with K2 on it. And we've kind of tried to use the ghost talking apps on the phones. But I'm kind of skeptic on the apps.
I know one doll you have is from the 1800s, okay? Her name is Sheila. She died a long time ago. She was a little girl when she died. And she just used the vessel for herself now. She means no harm to anybody. She just wanted to be cared for, and that's all. She doesn't want to hurt anybody. She doesn't want to mess around with anybody. She just says, I just want to be cared for and don't worry about it. That's what she said.
That's interesting. Wow.
So if you use the word name Sheila to one of the dolls, she'll come and she'll respond to you if you use the K2 meter in front of her.
You might get a big hit. All right, guys, watching. We are no longer with Clapper. Now we are on TikTok. So welcome all you guys on TikTok. We are talking with Sunflower State paranormal investigators out of Kansas. You guys got any questions? Feel pretty sure to leave them in the comments, and I will ask these guys. Teach me woman on prayer. Oh, okay. Christy's being weird. All right, so guys, no dogs. You guys have a dog?
We used to have one, but he was sick, and we put him down. So,
now they say cats are more are proactive when they're in a haunted location, but I think dogs are just as sensitive as cats. And I'm just gonna throw it out there. Would you guys, if you guys ever decide to give another dog, would you guys take him on an investigation with you?
We'd consider.
If we get a dog as hyperactive as our last one, no. But if we had a chill puppy, definitely.
Interesting.
It's going to be the center
Because
of
animals are very unique. They are very cool at what they do and what they see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I had cat eyes, boy, can you imagine? I'll be figuring out what's going on in my apartment right now. I'll be like, hey, what are you doing over there in that corner?
Well,
Yeah.
I already know what's going on in your apartment already. Okay.
I'll be trying to figure some things out.
Ah,
You know, and what,
I've
huh?
already,
You know,
I've
but
already
guys,
been through your
is it?
apartment. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Is it? And I'm gonna throw this out here because I get different reactions no matter who I ask. Is it cool to? 'Cause I know you got your hundred dolls from one of your hundred dolls from a garage sale, correct?
Yes.
Is it safe to actually get items from a garage sale? Garage sales, estate sales, antique stores. How do you feel about those three places?
Hmm. I'm going to be honest, they're a hit or miss. Sometimes you may come home with an attachment, or other times you won't. If I'm specifically shopping for a haunted item, I take a K2 with me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'll try to see like if it'll respond to me.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done that lately. I know like one place that I want to go back to is the little thrift shop in Abilene because they have a huge collection of dolls. So I kind of want to go back in there with a K2 and kind of see what one would fit in the home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know that three, I think it's what, two or three that we have that's been vetted by a medium.
Yep. There's 2 or 3 of them that have been vetted by a medium.
So I know Tori has, and I know
Abby
has, and I'm not sure about Ashley.
I know Ashley came when Ashley that came from Jocelyn.
Ashley we got from Jocelyn.
Yeah. Jocelyn prefers the non-friendly spirits in her purple room, so
Yeah, it depends on
That's
what
interesting.
energy you have that fits in your home, that fits with the other dolls. You really have to think about it and do it very carefully. Having a haunted doll is not for everybody. Okay, I've worked with a lot of haunted dolls, and it's not hard. It's just you have to know what you're doing. That's all. And
You
you have to
know,
bring
I
in
think
you have to
I
bring in a lot
think
of positive
certain
energy.
items. Yeah, I think certain items are cool to have. That are haunted, but I just think there are some that are just people just shouldn't have. There are certain things that should be locked away forever,
You mean
like the
like
damn
That too.
Annabelle
Annabelle?
doll. Hmm?
yeah, definitely like the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, Annabelle and Robert and
Robert is another one. Yeah.
Just should be locked
Especially the
away.
painting, the one with the boy who's crying. That's another one. There are a lot of things that have negative energy in it. It's really hard to. Yeah, I would want to work with it. Even though I could. Do I want to? Nope. Do I want to stay safe? Yep. Do I want to live to tomorrow? Yep. So you pick and choose what you want to do, right? Same thing
Yeah,
with investigating. You pick and choose where you want to go, because it may be cool, but you may not come home alone. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Christy, then you gonna fight.
Cursed items, she says. That piques
Because I've always been one of those guys, that I just can't do it. My wife used to get mad at me. Oh, let's go to garage sales on Saturday because that's what everybody do. And, and I'm like, nope, you cannot get me in an estate sale. You cannot get me at a garage sale, and you cannot get me at an antique sale for the simple fact you don't know the possibility of what you're getting.
Mhm.
You might get one item, but you might go home with 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about the Estes method?
So we've not done it yet. I want to.
But we have seen it performed.
We have seen it performed. And that was the very first time that we went to Sleeper Mortuary. That was what really sealed it for me on something I want to do. When so the interesting story for the first time of us going to Sleeper Mortuary. Have you ever gone to a location where you've had a dream about it before you even go to it? You've never been there a day in your life, and you're getting ready to go to it, and you have a dream about it. So I had a dream about Sleeper Mortuary. And so we get there back in January of last year when it first opened. And it was Leah Rivers at the time of L&M Paranormal. She was in Estes. And she literally kind of like, she was sitting on the floor, but she kind of like turned her body enough towards where I was standing and started basically talking about the dream that I had. And the only person that I told this dream to was her. So for something to be brought up about the dream that I had, and it was my, how was it worded? It was,
your dream was your validation.
Yes, my dream was my validation.
Mm.
And so that was pretty interesting for me. To say I was bewildered and shocked was an understatement. So.
Well, how do you feel? How do you feel about physical contact when the spirit actually tries to connect with you?
I think the only thing I've ever had physical contact wise was when we were standing in the embalming room that night, and it was me and Mike, and we literally had our hands out, and it literally felt like a little hand was in your hand. It was a little boy that was talking about how he was scared, and he wanted to go, but he was scared to go. So we kind of guided him to cross over. And at the end of that, the environment afterwards, it was
a wave of emotion.
It was like people cried. Like everybody in that room cried. So, but yeah, that's. I mean, I've had that where I've had felt like a little boy had their hand in mine. I've been poked. I know you've had somebody mess with your hair.
Yeah, I've had people mess with my hair.
But other than that, that's really about it with the physical contact. So,
how do you feel about the Ouija board? Do you use the Ouija board yet?
I have.
I knew it.
And I think there's one video out.
I want to say it's on our TikTok, on our paranormal TikTok, and it was you using the Ouija board by yourself.
I was saying if it's not on our platform, it's definitely on Soko.
Yes, if it's not on ours, it's on Soko Paranormal's. They were online at that time too.
But I think they got a better angle than what you did because you kind of.
I had my phone on a tripod, so when I got up and walked away,
oh, see, you panicked.
I didn't really panic. It was kind of an emotional.
You said you panicked.
Some think it was a panic, but it wasn't. It was kind of an emotional deal. So, I know for me, I'd say our guardian spirits. For me is my grandmother on my mom's side. And then I know for her, it's who she called mom. But it was actually her biological maternal grandmother that takes care of her. So I know, like I said, I've got my grandma on my side, and then, of course, her mom. And then I know her mom before she passed really liked me, so it wouldn't surprise me if she basically is also my guardian spirit too. So yeah, her
Your
mom.
grandmother just said, "Quit using that Ouija board. Can't use those things." She's saying right now.
My grandma, that would be definitely something that she would say. So
Yep, she's doing it.
My mom just encouraged that
She's like this. She's doing it like this. I can see her doing it. She's right behind you.
yep.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Um. It's not the Ouija board that's bad. It's just when you open the portal, you have to close the portal and you have to put it back. Whatever you took out, you have to put it back in the portal and then close it. I mean, that's what
Well,
it's
then
about.
we definitely discovered that I didn't fully close out.
Yeah, you didn't fully close out, but I think it was, like I said, it was the combination of our guardian spirits that I think kind of.
But I definitely like felt that contact like sever.
Interesting.
It's like any portal that's opened. You have to when you open it, you whatever comes out, you have to put it back, and then you close the portal afterwards. It's like anything what I do too. When I contact uh, a dead spirit in my home, um, for any means like for the person who's asking me to talk to their dead relative, um we do this virtually like what I'm doing now. And after I'm finished, I always send it back and I always close the portal so they can't come back and bother me anymore. But it's just like anything else that you do when you do contact things that you don't, people that, or spirit, I call them people, okay, people that you don't know. You always, when you open it up, you always have to put them back and close it after you finish and be done with it. It's like everything else when you're contacting spirits, or when you do anything that has something to do with spirits in your home or outside or anywhere else. It's a very important rule that we have when we deal with them, and you have to always remember that they have to go back to where they're from, and you have to be you have to make sure that they're gone, and not to bother you later on, or not to come with you later on, or not to bother you in your home later on either.
Interesting. Yeah. Would you, in somewhere in the future, you guys are planning on having kids? Would you guys consider sharing all your knowledge with your kids?
Most certainly.
Oh yes.
And for an example, if a young one come up to you and ask you, "Hey, you're a paranormal investigator," you know, what would be the first thing that you would tell them of about paranormal investigating that that you so something that they would take to heart?
Our biggest thing is be friendly and courteous to them.
You're getting
Yeah. I'm gonna step away real quick.
I would definitely go with what he said. Be friendly and courteous to the spirits.
Mm-hmm. And how would you encourage them to proceed in being a paranormal investigator? What direction would you send them? Would you send them the way that you've been taught? Because some of these guys have seen ghost hunters, they've seen ghost adventures, and they've seen all these things on YouTube that are
Mm,
just open for Lord knows what type of
mm,
interpretations that they're
yeah.
getting. So
Definitely.
how would you handle that?
I would definitely guide them with what we have learned,
Mm-hmm.
and be there for like advice and guide them in what I feel is the
Mhm,
right direction.
mhm.
Would you consider? And I mean, I know you guys are a two-man team, but would you consider mentoring an individual that wants to learn? I mean,
I
if
personally
you
would.
mentoring, you would. Okay. And what's the age limit would you have this be at?
Say I've had people come to me for advice, whether it be going over and reviewing evidence, what my theories are on certain things that like they've captured within their evidence to kind of confirm if they're doing something correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like that. I don't mind mentoring people on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's good. I think all this is just me my thinking. I think if you're coming into the paranormal community, I think instead of looking what's going on TikTok and YouTube and Hollywood, I think people should focus on being mentored so they can have an idea on what to expect because certain people expect certain things to happen a certain way. And we all know that Hollywood, they never got it right.
Oh
No.
yeah,
And
and
I
they
don't know
over
if they ever
exaggerate
get it
or
right.
lie about so many things.
So I want if I want them to be taught right, let's teach them right. Let's educate them
Mm-hmm.
because when we look at these kids that are coming up, the 18, 19, and the 20-year-olds, they are the
Mm-hmm.
future of the paranormal community. These are the ones, once we're all long gone, these are the ones that are going to continue
Mm-hmm.
doing what they do. And I'm just hoping that these guys here are learning the right way. And what y'all know, we'll never reach out to all of them. All of them, we will never be that successful. Because one, there's two things that are against us. Number
Mm-hmm.
one is social media. We can't beat social media for anything.
No.
Number two is social media. So I mean, we just can't beat social media. So
No.
social media is the biggest problem of the world today.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, with these kids doing what they're doing, if we don't have that foundation laid out for them, can you imagine what it's going to look like 40 years from now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for an example, the foundation was laid for us. There's no cracks in it. But as time gets going, and time starts going, we're gonna be able to see the little cracks in the wall. We're gonna be able to see it
Hmm.
because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not doing what you're supposed to do, if you're not handling, if you're not putting that sealant in the cracks, then the crack is what. So what's gonna happen to the crack? It's
Yeah.
just gonna go all the way to the top.
You know what
You
really
know.
bothers me is that young kids are exploring certain places that are abandoned and that are haunted, and they're spray painting everything, and they're wrecking everything. They're wrecking the walls and they're wrecking the lights, and that's what happened to here. One time there was a really good haunted hospital, okay, in the western part of Japan, and it was one of the most freakiest, the most really haunted hospitals. But these kids went in there, tore apart the place, and the place had to be destroyed, demolished because of that. But that wa- that's what wrecks it for us because we want to study, we want to learn, and if you lose a place that you can't study and can't learn, I mean, you know, that's that's a minus hit for us, right? Because that's one place that a haunted hospital is really rare to get into in this country because they always demolish them. But I mean, that hospital stayed up for a long time until the kids started ruining everything, and it got destroyed. It got demolished. But I mean, yeah, wouldn't that be cool to go in an old haunted hospital and you know that it was haunted and that it's creepy, but it's no longer there anymore. In this country, um, land is very, very precious. So once they tear down something, they build up something new, and the land is haunted, right? So, good luck, right?
Hmm. I don't know. Ian, you remember the old Brackenridge Hospital downtown
Yes.
before they tore it? Okay, it was abandoned at one point,
Yeah, they
and I
used it
went
to
down there. Huh?
film Walking Dead.
Oh,
Yeah, I
really?
went down
Yeah.
there. I went down there to see if I can get in there and investigate that big ass hospital.
Mm.
And I paid. I wanted to, and I had $200 in my pocket. And I'm like, and I told the security guard who was pretty much walking around, and I told the security guard, hey man,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you $200 right now to let me into that place just to investigate it.
Yeah.
But you know what he said? The
Hmm.
craziest thing, he's like, okay, you can pay me $200, but what about the other four security guards that are inside the building patrolling around? And I'm like, what the hell, dude? You didn't say anything about that till now,
Yeah.
but places like
There's
that, oh my God.
there's one in Salina, and it's called Old St. John's Hospital, and I want to see about trying to get into it, but they've got cameras all over the place. And I was actually talking to a guy that does that urbexing stuff, and he's like, "Yeah," he goes, "I have a trespassing charge from going into there because I broke in." And he goes, "The cops showed up within 5 minutes of me being in there." He goes, "And I tried to sneak out." He goes, "But when I got out there, he goes, there was at least like 6 or 7 cop cars that were surrounding the building." So
Whoops. Right.
Hey, but I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys, man. I'm willing to take that charge. A trespassing charge is just telling you, hey, leave and don't come back. You're not going to get a ticket or anything like that. Just, hey, leave and don't come back. That's it. You're not, there's nothing very class C about that, but if they actually see you throwing a rock through a window, that's a different story. Trust me, I've done some trespassing in my life. I mean, I don't know a paranormal investigator who hasn't been somewhere where they shouldn't been.
Mm-hmm.
For an example, old cemeteries. Cemeteries usually close after dark. It doesn't say, but it says curfew from dawn to dusk. But it doesn't have a gate around it, so you just walk through it and you're investigating the cemetery. And
Yeah.
everybody's done it. I mean, there's no shame in my game. I'm not saying that I won't do it again. I probably would.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would. See, but the thing about cemeteries down here, 24-hour access. There's no time to say that you got to be out of a cemetery by a certain time. All our cemeteries, except for if it's a state cemetery, yes. Allegedly, there are state
Terry,
members
can
there.
Terry, can we answer that question right down below? It says,
Sure.
I love the Suicide Force, Nancy. You would not love it. People go there to end their life, so I would never allow you to go to the Suicide Force. Um, it's not a place to visit. It's not a place to study. It's not a place to investigate. It's a preserved place only for people who want to end their lives. So I would never take you there. It's dangerous. Because the spirits, they would tell you to end your life if you go there, and you'd end up ending your life if you want to go there. That's why I would never take anybody in the paranormal world to go to Suicide Forest. It's called Aogihara Forest, and no, I mean, there are other places that are much safer to visit than the Suicide Forest. That's not my opinion, but that's um what it is. Those are the rules here. You do not go if you're only gonna go there to die. You don't go there if you're gonna live the next day. That's a no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think suicide. I mean, if I go to Japan, that wouldn't be the first place I would want to go to.
No, and I wouldn't take you
As
either.
a paranormal
It's it's
investigator.
it's not the place to visit. The trees don't grow. There's no grass. There's no insects. There's no wildlife. Um, it's just not the place to go. It's just, yeah. If you go there, you're gonna end up ending your own life if you go there, or you won't be able to come out. Once you're in there,
Boy,
you're in
that,
there,
you
and
know
you
what?
can't come out.
If you said that, you said all these things, and I'm like, there's no woman to nag you when you're watching a football game. That'd be the perfect place to go to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That would be the
it's
perfect place to
eh,
go to.
you know,
The Broncos are on,
this
like, what? Man, 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 man. Can you do this? Can you do that? Like, oh my God, where is Suicide Forest when I need him? I can go hang out
no,
there and I won't even get it.
no. There's a lot of parks too that you cannot go there after 9 o'clock. They close the gates because after World War II, there's a lot of soldiers who went on the land by the because right next to the ocean, right? It's got part of the ocean and it's got part of the land, and they made a park out of it. I don't know why, but they did that. And if you go there after 9 o'clock, there's no guarantee that you'll come out alive. There's no bones, there's no bodies, no nothing, because it takes everything from you. And that's the way it is there, and that's how this country is, and that's how dangerous places can be. So you have to pick and choose where you want to visit and what you want to investigate,
Right,
because
right.
there's a lot of bad things, and there's a lot of crazy things, and there's a lot of dangerous places here too that I want to
Is
go. I
there
want to
any,
live for tomorrow.
is there any places in Kansas? Because I know the Jayhawks were in Kansas and they raised a lot of hell. Is there any places in Kansas that are like any land that is haunted where there's been a lot of wars and
Oh,
battle
tragedy.
battle tragedy where you guys can go and check out? Pretty much like the one over there. What is it called? Uh, the battle, the Civil War, the Civil War.
I know
Like,
there's one, and it's I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it's classified, I think, as like a national park or whatever, because it was during the Civil War. It's down by Pittsburgh, Kansas. That's one place that I've kind of looked into that I wouldn't mind checking out. Of
Hmm.
course, obviously, I'm not for sure of anywhere else really around Kansas that has um, a large plot of land for us to go and check out that was like Civil War. Um, so
Yeah.
interesting. 'Cause I was thinking that even though the war is far from you guys, I figured you guys might have got a little some kind of skirmish or up there or something. Uh, old Western battles. Yeah, Gettysburg, pretty much like Gettysburg. Uh,
I
but
got a
you
I got a
know,
crazy question. Is there any place that you visited that you don't want to go back that really creep you out?
um, personally, I don't. We've not had anything like that yet.
That
Yeah.
means it. First time for everything, right?
Oh yeah.
first time, you're not kidding. First time for everything. There's there's one place I would not go back to, and I don't.
Nope.
And I think if we even, I think if we wanted to go back, I think Ian would probably say hell no.
Nope. And I
I
wouldn't go
won't go
back
back.
either. And Robin would not go back either. Nope.
But it's one of those locations where it didn't scare me, but it's ominous. There is something there that don't want to be bothered
Well, the
Wait, the
with
nursing
us.
home?
Yeah,
It didn't scare you?
nah. Well, it scared me from the human aspect of it. It did.
Because you ran away.
The human aspect of it did, but not the actual the investigation part. No,
no,
I was good.
no. It's just what happened afterwards that wasn't cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because Terry got
You
really
know,
sick afterwards, and yeah, it took a lot of healing to get him back on his feet to where he is today. Oof, boy, that took
You
a lot
got
of work.
sick after the nursing home?
No,
well, it was some things that was going on. I knew what was going on, but it kind of added to the situation,
Hmm.
no, it was that
and
land where they were using a Ouija board. That one. That's the one
oh,
that
you
made me
mean
really
on
sick.
the oh yeah, at the Native American location where
Yeah, that's the one where
yeah
Robin told you
that
not to go beyond that area,
yeah
and yeah, even she said it was pretty bad.
yeah. There's some places if people tell you not to go, we don't go.
No, and she told you not
And
to go back there too. She told you not to go back there. Remember?
yeah, and
Yeah, he
I
did
didn't go
have an
past that
attachment.
tree.
He did have an attachment. He had an Native American arrow embedded on his hip, and I had to work really hard to get rid of that arrow on his hip. Um, there was a lot of cleansing. There was a lot of praying. There was a lot of stuff that had to go on for him to get better, and it took him almost what 6 months to get you back on your feet, right? Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah, that journey. Is
Yep.
somebody got a bell? Oh, that's the cat.
Yep.
That's the
I'm
cat
looking
had
for
the
that.
bill.
This is
The cat
Popeye.
has a
This
bell.
is the fourth cat that hasn't been on camera yet.
Popeye's a fat one. Hey, Popeye.
He is a chunky boy.
When we first got him, he wasn't chonky, and he was not as floofy as he is now. So
I bet you he's a Debo. He looked like a Debo to me.
uh,
He's a
He
big old
Debo.
boy.
Does he Debo the cat bowl all the time? He's like, I'm eating first. Yeah,
yeah.
you big cat. I'm eating first, Debo. All right, guys, we've been on the show for an hour and 27 minutes. This is the time I give you the opportunity to ask us anything that you want to ask about the paranormal, about our investigations, about our team, anything that comes to mind. The floor is yours. Wait a minute before you get started. Before you get started, I got a question for you. I'm gonna put it up.
So we do have the intention of going out to Kansas City because we both have family members that live in the Kansas City area. And we actually have a few paranormal friends that are in Kansas City. One group is Haunted Neighbors, and then we have a friend of ours. His name is Phantasma.
Out there too.
Yeah, I think Parawonkies. I think there's a whole handful of teams out there, honestly. Because I know Creeps is Shawnee, and then our friend Phantasma that's out by Leavenworth. So yeah, we've got intentions of going out to different places, especially out in Kansas City. So I know we'll be at our goal is to try and get out to Paracon KC in September, I think it is. Yeah, September is Central Kansas. But yeah, when Paracon KC goes, we'll
Dang.
definitely be out there as best as we can.
Is it? Let me ask you guys a question because you mentioned Leavenworth, Kansas. My uncle he worked at the federal penitentiary in Leavenworth, probably about 20 years ago. And this is something that I thought about doing. Is it taboo to want to go and visit a penitentiary cemetery where they put all the inmates that don't have family? You got to put them somewhere. So I think certain penitentiaries have their own cemetery where they put the bad of the bad in them. Would you guys go investigate a location like that?
Oh yeah,
I would.
yeah, definitely. That's cemeteries are one of our favorite places to go to. we've been to a few of them around the area. There's a couple. There's one near our house that we want to go check out.
First EVP was actually
Yep.
at a cemetery.
Our first EVP was at a cemetery where I got told to hush.
Hush. Wow.
Literally, I asked the question. I was like, I would like to know your history, or I'd like to talk to you, or whatever. And the response I got was hush. It was like a long, drawn out hush.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Cemetery is one of my favorite
interesting because
locations.
some penitentiaries, the spirits don't like men, or the spirits don't like women, and sometimes they'll lash out at either or, and it'll be it's kind of it's it's kind of like yeah, like get what you want, get what you get, and whatever you get, you know, it's like catch-22. Like,
Oh yeah. Yes, they just opened that up. I think it was last year, I think it was last year. They closed down the old part of the Lansing prison there, and it's now opened up for people to come out and check it out. They have like a museum section, and
oh, cool.
you can go You can actually go out and investigate it. I know that was one of the locations that Paracon KC did last year, was going to the Lansing prison. I actually worked when we lived in Kansas City. I actually worked at a facility down the street. It was a detainment facility. It's actually in the news now in that area. You'll know what I'm talking about. But I was a correctional officer there for a few months at a detainment facility there. So, but yeah, it's making news now because the company wants to reactivate it as a holding facility. Instead of it doing what they originally did, they want to house other people in there. So, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to like a jail cemetery or prison cemetery and check out there. So,
because I know Huntsville got some of the biggest people ever. They have some of the biggest murderers in the state of Texas.
Wow.
That are buried. For some reason, I want to say John Wayne Gacy is there, but I'm not sure. There are so many others that you know, the body, once they killed them, nobody wanted to claim too.
Didn't they have the death penalty there too? In that area also? In the cemetery, in the jail?
And yeah, they have it in Huntsville. No doubt.
Yeah,
I think they have one in
that would be. Wow.
So I can imagine. Dude, just going up. I don't know if you will feel. I think you will feel anger once you get into that location. Then more than anything, you know, I don't know a cemetery that would hold something like that would actually will be felt calm in. You know, you will feel at ease. I just don't see that.
I can feel the air would be heavy. I can feel that you can't breathe. Your chest would be kind of like you'd be almost like suffocating when you go up in a place like that, right? So it would just be thick.
You get hit with a brick. You definitely get hit with a brick. All right, guys. All right. Any questions? Any questions for us? The floor is yours, brother.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. So I know if you guys are interested in ever coming out to Old Abilene Town, if you guys ever come back up to Kansas or whatever, let me know. We'll get you guys in there.
Okay, cool. Irene, lead us out.
What?
No.
Huh?
No.
Well, I was reading what Nancy's wrote. Who is the upper right-hand corner of my screen background? Pretty please. Like, huh?
Is she talking about Ian?
I don't know.
Who's in the upper right
Whose
corner?
screen, Nancy? The guest, mine, or Ian's, or Terry's? You gotta be specific, my friend. Anyways, yeah. Uh, I was
Huh?
wondering, is there any place overseas that you like to visit when you get a chance to?
That list is long. um, just like here in the states, our list is pretty
Wait,
long.
there's something. Wait. Hold on. There's something that's okay. Try and talk again.
Oh, yeah. The list of places that we want to visit overseas is decently long. Just about, I think, just about as long as the places here in the states. So, um, but yeah, there. I think there's a couple castles, a few prisons, um, and whatnot that
Hmm.
we'd like to go and check out. So,
Interesting. They say Kansas is
I'm gonna
a
ask
U.S.
you. I'm gonna.
parole
I'm gonna
hotspot.
ask you. See, I want to see how is. I know you have empathic abilities. Okay, I can see it. I can feel it. Okay. Have you ever tried to work on it?
me, no. I know she has. She wants to work on hers.
Go ahead and speak again. I didn't hear that.
I personally know. I know she has some abilities. That she wants to work on herself. So,
Terry, did you get that? I didn't get it. There's a spirit messing around with the microphone. His mic.
oh, is a spirit messing with ours?
Yeah, there's a spirit messing with your mic. Okay. Stop messing with his mic because he's really trying to talk and I really want to hear him. Okay, if you have something to tell me, say it to me first before you mess with his mic because I need to hear what he's saying. Okay? I mean, I respect you because you're a spirit, but you can't be doing this to his mic, okay? I will help you later on if you need help, but you cannot be doing this to his mic. Thank you.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So what I was saying is, me personally, not working with any of my abilities, but I know my wife, she has abilities that she's slowly but surely working on. So,
I think it'd be really good for you to try and work on it. Because since you had experience with seeing a spirit, you could be able to tap into it more. Because if you feel within here, you get to make it come out more. Because I'm working, because Ian knows what I'm talking about. Because if you work here, he will come in with, as long as you work with here, he will come out also at the same time. And you'll be able to see more. It's not like seeing what's in front of you, it's seeing what's in here will come out over there.
okay.
It's a really cool way of analyzing it because sometimes if you close your eyes you can see something. So
Yeah.
if you go in a room in a haunted place, go in there with your eyes closed, feel what you can feel, use all your senses, and see if you can find something that's in that room. Even if something's going to communicate with you, you could say hello, how are you, I've come here to talk to you, can you tell me your story? And believe it or not, you'll get more that way first before you bring out any equipment, because they want you to see them as somebody who is there's to some of them they think they're still alive, some of them, right? They don't know they passed, and that's why they're still there. So if you look at it that way, as somebody who's still there, you'll get a lot more information, you'll get a lot more stuff, and then afterwards you can bring out your equipment and then you can map your place. It's just something that And if you go to a jail, bring some cigarettes with you, cause something like uh, some of them want to have um smokes or something. Like, you don't have to let it, just put it there in front of them and said, "This is for you. Can you come and talk to me?" Props really work in places like that too.
That's some good advice there. Uh, every time I
Yeah.
put some candy out, I eat it.
Shame on you.
Yeah, we
Shame
we
on you.
did that at a cemetery once. We took, and I'm pretty sure we probably could have found another brand of candy to take with us, but we took the little Smarties candies with us to a cemetery because we
Mhm.
went to one where there was three kids. There were siblings that were buried side by side. They'd passed away in the 1800s. Um, that we were trying to talk with them. That was actually the cemetery where we got the EVP that told me to hush. So
Yeah. Even the wrapped candy, the Jolly Rogers, those are easier because it's not going to be opened up, so it'll be still wrapped up. You can leave it on the headstone. And you know what? Usually wrapped chocolate, like little chocolate bars that are wrapped up in little bites, yeah, bite-sized pieces. That usually works too. Like Terry said, bring a teddy bear, or even bring something that has a computer chip in it, which is easy to purchase at any toy store, right, Terry? And that
Yep.
uh, you don't need a hell of a lot.
Yeah, stay away from ghost stuff. They kill you.
Well, at
Oh,
least I don't. You see, Terry and I are funny because he uses equipment, right? I don't, because I don't. I just rather go in like with nothing. If I find something, I'll
I mean,
find something. If I don't,
I wish I was like that, but unfortunately, uh, I'm not. I mean, I get a headache when something is near me. I
hmm
get this headache right here.
yeah,
Like, oh
it
my
goes
god,
right here.
man.
Yeah, and you say, oh, it's coming. Yeah. Um. Sometimes
And I
they'll
gotta
give
get.
you headaches. Sometimes they'll give you sore chest if they died of a heart attack. Sometimes they'll give you pain in your legs or if they died of their injuries. Car accident places are really cool. If you see a abandoned car that had a car accident, and you see a little bit of red stuff, like we call it BLOOD. I mean, that could have been fatal, and there would be a lot of information that would be coming out of that too. Hey, Terry.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance, just walk around a junkyard. Walk around a junkyard and see what you catch, and I guarantee you, there's more death in a junkyard than
Hmm.
anywhere else
Yep.
because of the accidents. And
Because
you got
yeah,
a lot of spirits that are wondering what the hell happened, and they don't know that they're dead, or
no,
because they died so tragically, quick. It's just like, oh, what the hell? But anyway,
some of the
uh,
yes, some of the
go
unseen
ahead.
places have a lot of information, have a lot of spirit activity than the places that you pay for. Um, uh like here, I can go anywhere outside my door and I can find something that's haunted, and I don't have to pay any money to find it. it's
Exactly.
just, it's just
You know,
it's yeah, I have the equipment, you're right, Nancy. Yeah, but I mean, it's just the way that it is. Some old places do not like equipment. um when I went to Hiroshima, at the Commerce building that everyone knows, that blown up building, they told me to put away my cat balls 'cause I don't want it there, and they were really angry. So guess what I had to do? I had to pick up all my cat balls. I had to put it in my bag and give it to my husband. And my husband, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, they told me to put away my cat balls. They said they don't like it." So yeah, it's just like some of the spirits that are really old don't like equipment, and they'll tell you. So
because
yeah,
most And because most of them don't know what it is, and they think it's witchcraft, and
Yeah,
it's considered taboo. What the hell? What the hell is that? And
yeah,
they don't know
yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
It's weird because a lot. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's weird because the word on the streets is spirits can travel interdimensionally. They can go
Hmm.
wherever they want to go. They can go in the past. They can go in the future. If the past can come into the future, then they
He
should know
froze.
what some of these devices are.
He
You know what I'm
froze.
saying? No,
Yeah.
it's good. So
No,
I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But all right, guys. Hey, any last words? Here's your opportunity.
Um, I don't think there's really much anything else to be said, honestly. Um,
Okay.
so,
How do I get a hold of you guys?
so we
How would
do
the
have Facebook, Sunflower State Paranormal Investigators. We also have TikTok under the same name. You can email us at sunflowerinvestigator@gmail.com. Um, that's just a few of the places, and of course we have
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
we have Instagram as well.
We do have a clapper.
I haven't been on there. I don't think you do, but yeah, we've got all the main socials that I mainly get on because I'm kind of our social media manager. I do a lot on Facebook, a little bit on TikTok. Occasionally, I'll post to Instagram, and when I actually have stuff to upload to our YouTube channel, I'll upload it there, and I think it's Sunflower State Paranormal or something like that.
mhm.
So,
All
but
right.
yeah, we've
Well,
got a few ways to communicate.
yeah. All right, man. You know what?
Ian,
TikTok.
Yes.
Ian, say something.
I was
Yeah.
just looking for your TikTok. Is it Sunflower Investigator?
It might be. Let me look real quick and double check.
Oh yeah, Abilene, old Abilene town in Abilene. Yes.
Yep,
this is
that would
it.
be us.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. I would stay. This is just my advice again. I would stay on Clapper. The people on Clapper are a little bit more open than the knuckleheads on TikTok. I can post the same thing on Clapper as on TikTok, and I'll get 90% more followers on Clapper than I do on TikTok. And it's basically the same video. I'll get almost 400 on Clapper, and I'll probably get 120 on TikTok. And my TikTok is open for everyone to see,
Yeah.
but I don't know what I mean. It's not too much of a difference between TikTok and Clapper, but I just don't know how this whole thing works as far as the audience. Maybe the audience on Clapper is seeing more, but both of them are open to everybody.
Mm.
And hell, I'm actually making money on Clapper than I am on TikTok. And I've been with TikTok more.
Right.
It's crazy. But guys, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you sharing some of your stories, man, and the way that you feel about the paranormal community.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. We didn't have time to get into the scientific aspect
No.
of
Oh,
everything.
one
That is
question.
a totally different.
What do you carry? What do you carry as far as protection? I don't mean that kind. I mean the other kind. As far as stones.
That's more of a you
So we
question.
do carry some stones.
I know you carry the stones, and you've got your.
We have sage, which I know sage is kind of one of those. Not everyone believes it works.
Mm-hmm.
Smells good for the house.
Yep. White sage is really good than the regular sage. White sage is Palo Santo white sage, obsidian, selenite.
So we have obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Salina.
Amethyst.
Selenite is really good.
We do have Selenite.
Marion Stone is good too. Marion Stone is a good one too, especially if you have empathic abilities to keep yourself safe. Tiger Eye is another good one. Yeah, there you go. The most main ones.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, we're gonna get you
Oh yeah.
guys out of here, man. Those of you, NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast After Dark will start at 10 o'clock. So I hope to see some of you guys on the show. And it has been a pleasure speaking with you guys. I normally would check up on you guys in a couple of months to see how you guys are doing. Maybe you add a couple of new members to the team, or the possibility is there. We don't know until we look into the future. But I'll check on you guys to see how you guys are doing and how things are going, how things are progressing, and all that stuff. But I appreciate you coming on, and I hope you had a good time, and I would love to do it again.
Have fun. And the best thing is have fun when you're out there.
Oh, yes.
Bye, guys.
Thank
All
you
right,
for coming on. And thank you for the audience watching us.
Yes, sir. This is NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast, man. I'll see you guys at NSPS TV Paranormal After Dark in a couple hours. Peace. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Set on my grave to realize the worst and what is the grace, but I cannot get it. I wanna save everybody in the world. Now I know it's time to break. Hey. Time to break it down. Now I know it's time to break. Time to break. Now I know it's time to break.
I never fold under pressure till I diamond. Hurt main, bold measure, never lying. New cat in the jungle, putting her hurt and need a muzzle. New raps in a hustle, leave them clueless like a puzzle. Time to break, as the record set, I'm back. I'm never late, shining, never let no track defeat the odds. As long as I am standing, it's brawl of the gods when you know my punch is landing. It's time I'm letting loose, having fun, like